$2,800 to $3,000 for the community center, and we do need to get something up there. One gentleman did have a heart attack. Well, I'd like to get two. I'd like to have one down here, and I'd like to have one up there. The senior center has their own, okay? And they had a gentleman over to Y had a heart attack, and if they wouldn't have had an AED, it would have been all over. They were able to bring him back. We had a gentleman that did fall up here, cracked his skull, had a concussion. Luckily, that's all the farther it went. But we've got some older people up there that are playing, and I know there was somebody had said, well, the fire hall's right across the street, but if they're out, they're out. You know, we need to have it, but I could get one for about $2,000. I can get two for, you know, $4,000.
I have a quote from the company that Rose uses for their supplies.
Yeah.
To have one at the community center, one here, and one at the treatment plant with cases and all the warranty and everything. The reason I went with the company that Rose uses is because there's a smooth transition during an emergency to their heart monitors. So you need to make sure that whatever you're purchasing is compatible with the EMS provider in that area.
What was your pricing?
For three of them, it's $9,000 something.
So, yeah.
Now that does
$3,000 a piece, and we looked at those. This was the EMS president of EMS looked into this with me, and he really thinks this one that's $1,800 would do the job. But if you want, and you're more familiar than I with what we're looking for, I can bring you the, you know, parameters of how this works. I don't know.
We can work together.
Okay, all right, we'll get together next week. Do we need to have a motion as to how much we want to spend from council, or?
Well, I mean, you're under 10K, but
Right,
we can certainly do that. I mean,
Or, yeah.
Do a not to exceed 10K? Or?
Well, okay, let me ask this. You're looking at $3,000 a piece, but then there's also a maintenance that goes along with those, which would put us over 10,000 if you want to go with that.
There was no maintenance on these units.
Yeah, they're,
Not these.
oh, the ones that they use up there, there's a maintenance agreement on that they come in and they go over them, I think, once every 6 months or a year.
Let me see if I
Now, that may just be what they use because of ambulance chasers, you know, everyone wants to know, when did you have this, you know, checked
Well,
out?
if something happens here and we've got an AED, someone's gonna wanna know. I mean, so we probably should do the
All
same
right,
thing.
Andy, let's
So
you and I
yeah.
look at that, and I've got presentations for you for the audiovisual too.
Okay. Yeah, these are $2,942 each. There's an 8-year warranty.
Right.
The battery's good for 4 years, and the pads are good. They're interchangeable for child and adult. Pads and batteries have a 4-year shelf life instead of 2 as normal. So they're, yeah.
Not something you really want to go cheap on, to be honest with you.
Are you going, when you said that the audiovisual thing, is that you're gonna go over with Andy with that?
Andy and I are going to work together on that. If you don't mind disbanding that committee, Andy and I will have agreed that we could look into some things.
Okay. Pickleball court, that kind of goes with March Goodfellow, right? Public safety?
Just be careful.
Sesquicentennial Committee?
Well, I'm sure everybody probably has seen the advertisements for the Incorporation Day on the 20th of May. And the only thing I can say is that I think it's going to be great. And also the Sesquicentennial Prom that's coming up June 10th. And all I can say is that my committee is doing their best to put together the best program we can get. Is there anything you could add, Jenny?
Andrew did report that he ordered some of the banners for some of the people that are already sending their donation checks. It seems to be a good bit, so I think we're gonna have funds left to contribute towards the dance. We've been working with Joni and Andy, the tickets are coming. Huge response on both so far, so huge response.
It should be a fun
Yeah.
event. We did, Andrew kind of, with printing the tickets, we decided to keep it 21 plus. Because we did say bring your own bottle, so rather than,
And I would ask if anybody has any pictures from, and that you didn't have to go to school here, but like prom pictures or graduation pictures, we're gonna try to do in each corner, like pictures from 1873, then 1923, then 1973.
how old do you think we are?
No judgment. And then 2023, so
Anybody get a hold of Jim Hartenstein? He's got oodles and oodles of pictures.
I will.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good, yeah.
He used to bring them in all the time.
Or Jim Holly, too. They
Well,
have
Jim
pictures.
and Jim go out to dinner almost every Friday night, so ask one and the other one will.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You know something I forgot, Jenny, is the fact that we talked about pictures. I have some pictures of the football team
Okay.
way back.
Oh, so do I.
And because Maze is on there and a whole bunch of the,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you just-
I'm gonna see if I can come up with all, some of the stuff that I have too like that, because I collected up a few things like that as I saw them.
Whatever you'd be willing to share, I'll copy, and then we're gonna try to do those in the corners, and then we were at the bingo, and they had taken streamers across the top, so we're gonna do something like that, and possibly have a balloon arch, like, you can have your picture taken.
Are you getting in touch with the scouts for the decorations in the corners?
You had said something too.
Yeah, that was on your to-do list.
Oh, okay.
He stepped in.
It's on the spreadsheet, Andy, one that's on the
Messed
spreadsheet.
that up.
I think there's one picture I might have of the football team has Cameron Mitchell on it.
Oh, well.
I'll have to find that.
The tickets are gonna be like $10 a person. The tickets are being printed, as she said. It should
Man, I
be, it
haven't
should be a
been
fun night. We have the
years.
DJ.
But you gotta wear period clothing, don't you?
Well, we actually have a DJ.
Did you go, Kimberly?
We're using the same DJ that Rec used for Veterans Day.
Clemens School with it.
But you gotta dress like they did in 1873, right?
Say again?
You have to dress, for the dance, you have to dress like they did in 1873.
No, you can pick any of those,
Any
any of
of
those
those.
between 1873 and 2023.
Periods you'd like to.
Okay.
Okay. Donation request from the Lions, February, thank you. This is in everybody's packet, right? Yes. Okay. Well, then, just in summary, the Lions are doing an extra special 4th of July, or I guess it's what could be
Yeah, the fireworks. on the
7th, 7th of July, right? Large fireworks display, 10:30 p.m. on Friday, July 7th. So they're asking us for a donation. You said they didn't specify an amount?
No, when I talked to Bill, he was just asking if we would be interested, and then talked to Patty, because she lives right behind me, and she said that they were sending this over. When she said that, I didn't think about asking, because I thought it would be on here.
Amounts are on the back for donations, what you get.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
For what it's worth, they are to date the largest contributor to the sesquicentennial donations. I believe they gave $750, and they turned 90 this year. I don't know if that's on your paperwork,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
why they're doing the extra stuff. And I am not a Lions Club member, okay. I just wanted to plug them because
Right,
they gave us
yeah.
a large donation.
That's good thing. All right, then, how about, well, let's see, let's do it this way, we won't say the amount. I'll entertain a motion to make a donation to the Lions Club Carnival for the purpose of the July 7th fireworks display.
So moved.
We have to put a dollar amount to that?
Well, that's just to discuss it, now we can discuss what we
Oh,
want.
I got you.
Okay. Second.
Second.
Okay. Now, so discussion. I don't see any problem with, given what the Lions Club does for the community with donating $500, but it's up to you guys.
Make a motion that we make a donation in the amount of $500 to the fireworks.
Second that.
Have to arm wrestle a second. Okay, we have a motion and a second to donate $500 to the Lions Club for the fireworks display. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? My vote is aye.
Would you like me to convey that at the meeting tomorrow night that I will be going to?
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. Okay. Stockton Leader, I passed out these cards. This is Municipal Law 201. I went to it at the beginning of and it's pretty good. It's basic, but you know, it's a good program, I think.
This is a little bit different than the one
Oh,
I
is it?
went to, I think, yeah. 101 is kind of, you know, new people. This seems to be doing be a little different. Not that it's not good. I think we
Yeah.
should know about these things.
Yeah. Anyway, you have it, I guess, there is no cost, and dinner is included. So, it's at the Outdoor Country Club in York. So, please consider attending. And,
Kim, you said you had something else you had to go over?
Not here.
I have
Well,
two comments. I forgot to ask earlier. In the treasurer's report, how it says like aero engineering fees or whatever, can we please get in there what it's for? Is it for Margie Goodfellow Park? Is it for whatever it's for? You know, public
Or
works.
description?
Yeah, just what it's for. Where? That, and we had previously asked at tasteful occasions not park their box truck when it's in use in the parking lot where people are
Yes.
coming to park.
I have gotten a number of complaints.
Continuously there along with 2 vans that they leave there. If they are not away on events, I request again that documentation be sent to them. Please park your unused vehicles on the side lot.
I agree, 100.
That box truck took up 4
spaces.
spaces.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
big
they-
things.
So,
Yeah.
any cars, like their employees, when they come there to work, there's a lot of people come to that community center with all these events and the seniors and having to have them park over there because they're taking spaces. Just please, all their employees, everybody park.
Yeah, I agree.
In the gravel.
Same thing as on election day, because Eric was
Yes.
right.
Oh,
that's-
my.
Yeah.
Because that's a good thing to have them off there.
Yeah, I mean, they should really just park over there, that's just the storage spot, and then they can pull it over there when they need to load.
When they're
and
loading,
stuff.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Over when they're loading, but if they're not in use, over in the gravel.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. You don't need a motion. No. Okay, well,
If you
you
want
want-
to, we can adjourn. We're not going to come back with anything that I know of after we hold executive session.
oh,
So,
okay.
people
What is the
wanna go-
purpose of the executive session?
For me to talk to council about something. It
Has to
do-
announce when
has
it's
to
going.
You
do
need a
with-
kidney,
I need a kidney.
because I would give you.
Okay, I know. to discuss what council member Eric brought up about our district magistrate.
Spit it out, Kim, possible litigation or what?
Yeah.
Okay, possible litigation.
I guess
okay.
it's, I
That's
guess
what
that's
it is.
fine.
That's all you need
what
to
it
say.
is?
Yeah, let's call it that. Yeah, it
Yeah.
Well, is
is.
that what it is?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, I guess if you go there, it's litigation.
Okay, all right. Then we will adjourn the meeting, or I will at least take a motion to adjourn the meeting.
We can't adjourn the meeting while
Yeah,
we're
you
in
can.
executive session.
Well, you can
All right,
say,
well, let's do it this way.
you can say we don't have anything else to
We're not,
discuss if
we
you
will, we
wanna
promise that we're not gonna come back and discuss anything, so anyone who wants to leave can leave.
Now we all.
We're not adjourned.
Or can they all just leave and?
We could
If
have
they're
to
gonna leave,
leave.
we can stay here.
We might,
It's
we
gonna
might
take,
turn off
it's
the
gonna
camera.
take 1 minute.
Yeah.